I'm going to be going over the 10 reasons why I think Boxabl is a good investment. It is a startup company, so there is added risk to it, but they do have a working prototype. They are moving into a different factory, and they have a pretty nice floor plan at 400 square feet for their casita, and they're wanting to mass produce these. So I'm going to go over those 10 reasons why I think it's a good investment. Reason number one is the affordability of the house. So right now, the for the 400 square foot casita, they're selling it for $49,500. This includes everything except for the couch and the bed. There's also land, foundation, and utility setup that will add to the costs. But they're selling strictly the casita, and the setup costs will range from $5,000 to $50,000 according to their website. Boxabl puts the customer in contact with a certified installer in the customer's area. Financing is available for the home. The roof is flat, but a pitch roof can be added by a local installer for an additional price if that is a requirement for the customer's location. We're currently having an affordable housing shortage. Instead of buying low-price older homes, I think it would be a better alternative to build newer but smaller homes to address the lack of affordable housing in the market. The second reason is the transportability of the home. The house is 400 square feet, and it can be shipped by train, ship, or by truck. The house can be assembled on site in 1 hour. Foundation, plumbing, permits, landscaping, and electrical work may add additional time to that. The cost to ship the casita is about $3 per mile from Las Vegas, Nevada, and that would be charged to the customer. So it just depends on how far away from the facility it is. The third reason why I think Boxabl is a good investment is the durability of the wall paneling. So it has, the paneling is bug resistant, water resistant, fire resistant, wind resistant, and mold resistant. And you can see in the picture that they try and hit it with a crowbar. They do dent it, but it doesn't go through. It's pretty durable. And the material that they use is fire resistant. The panels aren't currently bulletproof, but they have an interest in getting Kevlar into the wall paneling for military applications. The fourth reason why I think Boxabl is a good investment is the foldability factor of the house. It's all collapsed during transport, but once it gets to the location, they can use a crane to lift everything up and install it in about an hour. The fifth reason why I think Boxabl is a good investment is the future capabilities of the customizability of the house. Currently, they're only selling the casita, but they're eventually going to have different configurations so that it can meet the customer's need. As you can see, there's different layouts available. The fifth reason why I think Boxabl is a good investment is the connectability of the different structures. So each structure is about 400 square feet, but you can connect them pretty much endlessly. You can put them on top, you can put them on the side, and you can see that the picture on the left, they use it as a garage, and that there can be a little stairway going up to the main area, but that's pretty much three of them stacked on top of each other. The sixth reason why I like this investment is that in their factory, they want to mass produce these houses in assembly line fashion, kind of like they do with cars and cell phones and different things like that. They brought up that currently houses aren't being built like we do everything else in a factory. So that's what Boxabl is gearing it towards. They just got a lease on a $170,000 square foot facility in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Boxabl is expecting this facility to produce about 3,000 to 5,000 casitas per year. Boxabl is wanting to include robotic arms in their manufacturing facility. You can see that on the left, and on the right, you can see their 170,000 square foot facility that they're leasing out. And you can see that they got lamination, paint, power, assembly. So 90% of the work is going to be done in the facility, and then it's going to have to be brought to the location and be set up from there. The seventh reason why I like this investment is the high demand for smaller homes. Now, recently, the tiny house movement has gained traction, but it's been facing major challenges when it comes to finding a location and dealing with regulations and permitting. Now, FEMA trailers that have been used for disaster relief have presented a toxic amount of formaldehyde in the past and are not an ideal choice for disaster relief. Now, the market is in need of an affordable option that meets permitting requirements and is safe to live in. The demand for smaller homes goes beyond just the public. There's also a demand among the government. The government has put in $10 million worth of pre-orders. And for the public, there's been 20,000 pre-orders, which brings a revenue of about $1 billion if all those pre-orders come through. Now, there's also a secret customer in Texas that put in a very large order to Boxabl. It's unknown at this time who that might be, but I certainly have my guess. The demand for the product could increase in times of economic turmoil, in times where people are without a job or they're making less. It's important to be able to have affordable housing during that time. The housing market is a multi-trillion-dollar market. This provides an unbelievable amount of upside for an innovative company like Boxabl. The eighth reason why I like this investment is the efficient building materials that they use. Boxabl walls are made up of long-lasting materials such as steel, concrete, and EPS foam. EPS foam is an insulator that is useful in keeping the energy bill down. It's also resistant to fire and water. Laminated panels are used for the floor and roof. This adds to the strength of the home. And you can see they're driving a truck over the wall panel just to show the durability of it. It's very well made. The ninth reason why I like this investment is the strong leadership that Boxabl has. The two founders have a background in starting successful businesses and getting patents for innovative products. Boxabl currently has just over 17 patents and is building upon that number. Boxabl has a strong presence on social media. This has helped to bring in a rapid investment into the startup company. The leadership has the intention to sell casitas to the military. In order to do that, they would have to install Kevlar into the walls of the casita. The 10th reason why I like this investment is that there's a major investment upside by getting in on it early. Now, right now, the share price for the most recent round of crowdfunding was 71 cents per share on startengine.com. Now, this startup company has less reliance on wood than traditional home builders. A lot of the competition use strictly wood, but Boxabl sets itself apart with using different materials, so they're not so reliant on the price of lumber, which is a big plus. This company has a lot of market share that it can grab, but it's important to recognize the risks. 90% of startups fail, 70% of which fail in the 10th year of operation. Boxabl was founded in 2017, so that just puts things into context of the risks that's involved with this. The rate of investment growth and innovative nature of Boxabl Homes gives me confidence that it can defy the odds. If this company succeeds, I think it has a bright future. The biggest risk I see to Boxabl's survival at the moment is that they're attempting to grow possibly too rapidly. I think they should give at least a year of production in the Las Vegas facility before attempting to expand to other facilities. A year of production would give the company time to work out production issues, make updates to production layout, and also bring in some revenue to take on the cost of expanding to an additional location. I think having a low debt load will work to their advantage as a new company. And I wanted to give some final thoughts. Now, the most recent round of crowdfunding is complete, but there will likely be other opportunities to invest in the future. If you wish to review the investment page for Boxabl, you can find it at startengine.com/Boxabl. Being that this is a startup company, an investment in Boxabl has a higher chance of going to zero than a company like Amazon. But if it is to succeed, in my opinion, I think it has the opportunity to achieve a higher percent growth than a company like Amazon in the future. I've invested in this company and I view this investment as a long-term hold. I personally think that it would be better
for the bathroom door to be a normal door instead of the barn door style that they currently have, but it's just an opinion. I think it would be beneficial for the customer to have the option to pay extra to Boxabl for the pitch roof to be shipped with the house just for consistency purposes, because an installer won't build it exactly with the same materials. Just a thought. All right, that's all I got. Thank you.